And you know, comedian Larry Lancaster, big brother, DJ Sidekick. That's what we do, man. Every Monday. You know, those that are watching, salute. Those that are not watching, salute to you as well. I know you're gonna find out about what we're doing. How was y'all weekend, good brothers?
Good, man. Good.
What you get into, Larry?
I had a show Sunday.
Who bombed?
Nobody.
Nobody bombed.
Nobody bombed. It was a good show, man. Shout out to my man, Hilarious Omar.
Yeah, man, he hit me on Instagram, and I thought it was a fluke. And I was like, well, I don't know him, and I think he did something like, but he was like on mothers, and I was like, oh, he a DC nigga, because Chicago niggas don't say on mothers. We be like on my mama. We don't say on mothers.
right?
You know what I'm saying. So other
yeah,
than that,
he,
you know, is he funny? Is he funny, El?
Yeah, he funny. Funny, man. I watched him come up. You know.
Yeah.
Mentored him. You know what I mean? That's my man.
Yeah.
So he making a lot of traction with the you know, the social media shit. And so
what's up, Tosh?
Hey, Tosh.
That's the official Grady gang member right there. Bad Squad, what up with it, boy? What up with it, man?
All day.
Go ahead, Larry. I'm listening.
Yeah, so and he had my man King Tank, you know, do his thing. My little sister, Chris Styles. It was a good show, man.
Yeah. What's up with Ray Diva, man? You tell Ray Diva, what's up, nigga?
That's my little sister right there, yo.
I mess with Ray Diva. You know what I mean? Ray Diva's always been solid. I like.
Who was the sister just signed? Then I forgot her name.
Who? Bring that back up. Let me tell my engineer. Bring that back up. What was her name, Sidekick?
Tanisha.
Hey,
Tanisha Delton.
Yeah.
Deli Ball. You know what I'm saying? I call her Deli Ball. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's Deli Ball. You know what I'm talking about? That's what we talking about. You
Black people give anybody a new name.
Yeah, we gotta get a new name because there she go. Hey,
Tanisha.
Deli Ball. What's up? Yeah.
She got a nice professional name.
Right, you should have like she called your house. This is Tanisha Delton. I'm calling on behalf of Bank of America.
No, she sound like a registered nurse. Tanisha
Delton. Nurse Delton, you're needed on level floor. Nurse Delton, you're needed.
Hey, Carrie, what's up, Carrie?
What up, Carrie from Troy? You know what I'm saying? Why Larry got the special ed cut? Got it made.
Yeah. It's one of them days, you know what I mean? I tried to fluff it a little bit, but it is what it is, baby.
Who put that thing in your head? Who put that thing, Larry?
What you talking about?
That little part.
You mean a part, Grady? That's what it's called? Fuck you talking about some who put that thing in your head. That's all.
Who put that thing in your head, El? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I know you don't do none of that, bro. You hear me? You know what I'm saying?
This is my shit.
That's your stuff. All right, bet, man. That's what we're gonna do. Kick, what you get into, bro?
Yeah, I had a private event for Uber on Saturday.
Whoa, you hear how he dissing us? Private event for Uber.
Had a private
nigga Uber called. Listen. Go ahead. I'll wait. Go ahead.
The club. I did French Quarters. French Connection.
I gotta catch it. What you do, Larry?
By the owner of Uber.
Oh yeah, that's how he do. He always trying to sun on somebody.
He was commissioned.
Right. Oh, that means you got it. You commissioned.
I couldn't say no. It was going to be done. You know.
Hey, man, we get it. Did Troy pay you, or did the white boy pay you? Who paid you? Troy?
No, the company, white boy.
It's almost like we ain't shit because everybody's saying, "Where's everybody?" Like,
right. Let's hold on. Let me get back to it.
Like three niggas ain't on here and shit.
Let me say this.
Yo. Where the fuck?
There go Marla Jen. What up, Marla? She said hello from Jen.
Like Marla. I'm about to say some white boy shit. What are we, chopped liver? What's up, Marla?
Marla's from jail?
Marla say hello from jail.
Nigga. Yeah, you know, hey, that's somebody you leave alone. You be like,
Marla, I hope your phone don't smell like ass.
The hell did you do?
Illmatic in here. We got let me see. That's it so far. And a bunch of people that ain't came up yet though.
Thank all y'all coming in. Like, share.
Man. So I'm gonna tell you what I did. I did
what you do?
Illmatic, what's up, baby?
Illmatic, what's up with it, Kim? I did Peter Rozzy, what's up with the brother? Razzie. Yeah, Razzie. He always
from
support.
Chicago. Razzie.
Yeah, he
Grady, I like them glasses, yo.
Appreciate it, man. I always had these, Larry. These the one Sidekick dissed me on stage when I wore the fourth amigo.
Yeah,
this is the one he's always dissing me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you the glasses fly, but you had that bullfighter shirt on, he couldn't.
Whoa.
No, he had the off-duty bullfighter shirt. Like he had the shirt the bullfighter wear when he not fighting bulls.
Hey, man, listen, appreciate it, Illmatic. Appreciate it, bro. You know, I'm trying to be the king of shades, right? I ain't trying to be the king. I just like funny. That nigga said liquor store shades.
Yo, we got the funniest supporters, yo. These motherfuckers,
right?
They be killing us, man.
They ass off.
I know they be killing me. I don't even say luckily. I don't think it. You know,
I done heard my nose, my forehead.
I'm awoke today. Goddamn it!
They done went in on me and shit.
Right. So let me tell y'all what I did. I did Tony Baker and Friends. It's a dope show.
Oh, that sound like it was tough.
Yeah, it was very tough. You know, when you perform in front of 18 people, and then you got at least 5,000 watching you.
And that's okay. Oh, it was virtual?
Yeah, it was nice.
Okay.
So they got the audience, and I had to take 2 COVID tests. I've been COVID tested so much, my nose feel like cotton swab. I'm just gonna tell you, they just be prickly up the nose and all that. It was funny. Boogie B was on there. Chico, he came. He talked about Larry, like, yo, Slim, you know, OG, Larry, good dude. I was like,
that's my man, y'all.
Yeah, he love you. So he say, man,
Chico and Boogie B.
Yeah. So Boogie B say, you know how he told, he be like, man, Grady, I'm trying to just tell you, man, I'm a fan. I was like, why you smile all the time? You an evil nigga. Every time I see you talk, you always smiling. I'm scared of niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's a good guy.
They my guys right there, yo.
Oh, and it was like they were just talking about the pecking order and stand-up. And you know, on the list. So, you know, Kev on stage, he made a special guest appearance. He came over there and was like, yo, what's up, OG? And I was like, yeah, we're gonna have some fun, man. And then Tony Baker, you know, it's really for Tony. It ain't Tony just sharing his artists with everybody. Them people there for Tony. So everybody's trying to walk around, beat around the bush. I'm like, these people in here, I don't care. I'm finna be Grady. And you know, we had a good time, and I don't know how many followers I had. I'll probably say about close to 100 new followers just because of that show. It was real nice.
Oh shit!
Okay. It was real nice. Yeah, they Kev on stage to hear more.
Tony, he blowing the fuck up like
Tony. Everybody. Who else? I just like cats. Really, Larry. What you eating? Granola.
I'm eating kettle chips. You know, kettle chips, extra crunch.
I know what it is. You ain't gotta go back and forth. So I had to, how many y'all been tested? I know you have to do tests. If you're doing Uber, Sidekick, I know you have to do. Larry, you had to do. You had to get your COVID up the nose or the mouth.
I got tested one time.
Yeah, I got tested for Easter shit. I got tested for this Saturday.
And I actually got tested for a gig, and that I got tested, the shit fell through. But
so man,
you know, I've been doing my elderberry and sea moss and all that shit.
Yeah.
Tosh said you did great, Grady.
Tasha, you was watching it, Tasha. Appreciate it, mom.
Yeah, you did great.
They was just like, yo, you know who? Look, it was funny when Tony Baker let me know the comments. He was just like, yo, man, niggas is. But people, they like, yo, the guy that went last, they said you had a bright future. And he said he wanted
last?
Oh, who else gonna go last?
Nigga. I didn't know Tony was going or not. Tony would have been last.
No, he's the host, right?
Oh, okay.
So he had G King.
What was the list?
G King went first.
Who?
G King. Davy Boy Helen.
All right.
Some sister named Taquita Love.
Okay.
Boogie B, then Grady.
Oh, okay.
It was fun, man. It was.
Yeah, like 5,000 people in there.
It was a lot. He said it was a lot of people. It was well over 1,000. And
so just, Grady, you don't say me no more, huh?
What I say?
You said Boogie B, then Grady.
Yeah, I just called that.
That's always.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I like talking about myself in third person.
That's what we doing now, son.
Yeah, always.
I think it's better that way. I just think it's, I don't have to say nothing.
Santa Monica and Grady appeared.
Why not? Ray Ray come up in Chicago. So I'm around Ray Ray now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ray Ray's in Chicago.
Yeah, Ray Ray in Chicago, but comment. They be like, Grady. I be like, how you doing? What's happening? How's everybody doing? Everybody's cool. So it was fun, man. I got here Saturday night. Just like I gotta go see the family, get the new energy. You know what I mean?
He said, BAD said you refer yourself like The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I hate these niggas, man. They be killing us, man. Right? On you.
Nigga said, yeah, yada yada, chicken wing, Boogie B, then Grady. I'm like, oh.
I
saw your face, Larry. You looked up like it was another Grady.
I want that. And then I just had it was just like, I'm gonna tell you, to perform on his platform. Like I was telling the comics, like y'all trying to win the room. Who cares about these 18 people? It's thousands and thousands of people watching. Perform for them. Like this is television right now. So when they saw and it was comics that came, sidekicks, nephew BT Kingsley came through. He showed he showed up.
What up, BT?
Yeah, BT Luke. That's younger. He was just like, man, OG, he called me role model. He's like, oh, role model. He's like, man. And Tony brought me up kind of ill. He was just like, yo, this guy here. When I saw him do his stand-up, he's like, Grady had so much confidence on stage. And I was like, yeah, is someone humping in the pick behind Larry? Now, Baldhead, let me tell you, Baldhead done call me, Baldhead, he in town too.
That's pretty funny, Manera. I hope I'm saying her name.
Is it Manera? What's your name, Manera? Hey, bring that, my engineer, bring up Manera. What's up, Ronnie?
Manera.
Let me see.
Manera Keys.
Muni Raw. Call him Muni Raw.
It's actually, I actually drew that, and it's two people dancing. It's like a ballet couple.
Wait, you drew that?
Yeah, I told y'all that before.
I didn't hear that, Larry.
Yeah, I drew that.
Oh, that's cute. You gotta like let me see it. I want to see it. Let me see it.
What up,
Jazz?
Ronnie?
What's up, my cousin Jazz in here. That go Ronnie. Ronnie. Oh, Larry, you are so spiritual with the hand. What's up, Kinfolk? My cousin Jasmine right there. Hey man, Jazz, ain't that picture pretty? It's cute. Girl bent over the boy. Where the boy at? Where the boy hit at, Larry?
Nigga, I just showed you that.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's elegant.
Jazz, give me some information about Grady as a kid. He start laughing. That's okay, Jazz.
So Grady, what it is, he dipping her. You know what I mean? He giving that dip.
She said it's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you, Manera. You tried to shave my shit. That's beautiful.
But Larry, the funny thing about it, she didn't see the whole thing. All you see is legs. So
yeah, you can it do look like somebody getting that dude.
It was kind of like the the dude?
The good time.
The good time, Joan.
Like he said she didn't grow up around you, Grady. He's older than me. Okay, thanks.
That's why he say nothing. See that sidekick? I'm gonna tell you, when you came to Chicago, when we went to Milwaukee,
Grady had a beard since 7. You was shaving at 6.5, Grady.
No, I'm saying. So sidekick, when you came to Milwaukee,
right,
and we came to Chicago,
right,
them her people.
Oh, okay,
It's a bunch of us. That's why I say it's a bunch of us, man.
Downstairs.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Oh, Ronnie dope. Ronnie been rocking me since I've been messing with this social media. You know, when I started going.
Somebody said that painting over your cougar auntie house. Illmatic.
Love you too, Kevo. Larry, I didn't know you could draw, Larry.
Yeah, that's what everybody thought I was gonna be before I started doing stand-up. They thought I was gonna be an artist.
Really? Ernie Barnes. Yeah, Painful Good Time. Yeah, Tasha B. Norm. Michael.
Yeah, I drew this about 2003.
I didn't meet you until when I meet you, L? Like 06, 07? When I meet you?
Hey,
nah, it was later than that, Grady, I think.
No, I did First Amendment 2008.
Oh, well, it was way before that. We was like brothers by then.
So I just want to say that you have gifted hands. That's amazing. Whoever taught you how to draw, that means you can trace. Now, this is what I always ask artists: can you color a coloring book?
Hell yeah,
you can.
Yeah.
That's what I do. That's what I do. That's my
play.
Larry, did you do that freehand?
Yeah, what I did was this was a picture that I saw. It used to be at Dulles Airport.
Okay.
And I changed it, right?
Virginia.
And I drew it in pencil, went over it in pen. I had a big glass circle table. I put that on there and traced the circle and drew the couples in the middle and then just painted it and filled it in.
Oh, that's cute, Larry. See that?
Somebody said you got a wooden spoon and a pull.
It's basketball next to the corner.
Right next to it.
You got to remember that. Hey,
every family had that shit.
Right, and next to the JFK,
right, and
JFK, Bobby Kennedy, and Dr. King. That was the Trinity. That was the Trinity for you.
Right, you had to have that.
And Gary said she taking you to her next paint and sip.
That'll be dope.
Oh yeah, man.
Along with the white Jesus, the grandmother.
Right.
And when they be praying.
Yeah, Jesus looked like Jared Leto.
Right? I just want somebody. Yeah, what is bald head at? I don't know what bald head and Twan is at. Because bald head.
Twan, I think, in Texas.
He in Houston. Where you at, Larry? Houston.
I mean, Texas would be. Houston is in Texas.
No, but everybody want to hear you say Houston.
I knew it was a setup. That's why I say this shit.
You know, someone was behind that.
No, I really didn't know. I really didn't know where he was at. I just remember him. I saw him earlier today saying he's slinging jokes in Texas.
Okay.
So it might be showtime for him right about now.
Get that money.
And the bald head took an edible too soon. He's somewhere asleep.
He probably had.
He probably had. Still waiting on bald head.
Yo, once you get them edibles, yo, I'm telling you, yo, it's a whole.
Bald head's getting the edibles right now.
I can't look. Chief Wildfire say this Larice dad. So y'all don't know who Larice is. That's a rapper.
Right.
Larry, are you familiar with Lil Reese? Larry?
No.
He's a very good guy. He's a very good rapper.
Who was he in? Who was he in with it? Chief Keef? Him and Chief Keef was in it?
No, they boys. Boys.
That's right.
They came in.
Who's Larry? He said, Larry, your son, Lil Reese.
Yeah. So you got to see his head. You talking about your head, big bro. So the more you drink, the better the picture come out. Nigga. Is that who I think it is?
Yo, the chat line jumping today.
Is that Lee? Is that Chote? Is that Chote?
That's Chote.
Lisa Chiote. Jasmine said
you don't know how many times we hear that name so many different ways.
Cornelius. I always like the name Cornelius, yo.
Oh yeah, that's kinfolk right there.
You gotta be an outstanding motherfucker with a name like Cornelius. You can't be a mediocre nigga with a name like Cornelius.
Right.
So y'all see Jasmine and then Corn. We cousins.
Okay.
Yeah, we deep out here. Yeah, we it's all a bunch of us. We deep out here. Them real kinfolk there. So man, I want to start off. We get into the joint. What's up, kinfolk? Corn, love you, boy. I see you next month. Shout out. I ain't gonna say. I hate saying shout out. I don't want to say that. I want to say, how did y'all feel about DMX sidekick? You being a DJ. Go ahead, brother. Then I'm gonna go to you, Larry.
It hurt. It hurt a lot. You know, we just saw the man on Drink Champs. I mean, was it Drink Champs? Yeah.
Yeah, it was Drink Champs.
About a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, gearing up to put a new album out.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was in good spirits.
Mm-hmm.
I think the part that hurt is that, like I said before, this industry, that fame shit is so fucking deadly that you if you already have the most solid individual going into that in that den, the devil's den, because the music business and entertainment business period is the devil's den.
I say the entertainment business period.
Yeah. So to go in there and you have all your marbles together, mother, father, solidness, family, you just get thrown off. So you talk about somebody who felt like they never had nobody love him. His best friend was a dog.
Yeah.
And then get thrown into the limelight immediately. It wasn't like he even came in slowly, like, okay, 1 song, 2 songs came out, 3 or 4 songs, and then he took off. It was like first song,
right.
Gone. 2 major albums, double platinum, both albums in 1 year.
Yeah.
First person to ever do that. Man, life changed overnight for him, where he was not seen to being loved, and every temptation that you sit there and you deal with is now multiplied, and on a status quo that I mean, it's kind of fucked up. And then they use you and they just spit you out, because when the shit start going down, like even Russell Simmons, he even said it. He's like, yo, it's kind of messed up how he said, even I did it. Like on the way up, it's like, hey, but on the way down, people tend to,
stay away from you.
It's on to the next hey, you know what I mean? So
whoever hot.
And people knew he had problems. Like that was not something, like it came out of nowhere. Everybody knew this. He talked about it very, openly. So it's like, wait, when was somebody there that could, not just the Irv Gottis who started him, or the Swisses, because people are on their own. You know what I mean? You can't stop nobody for being grown. But I'm saying there should have been some kind of love around him, some kind of way.
Larry?
Yeah, it was, of course, it was tragic because he was one of my favorite rappers.
Yeah.
Right? I actually started doing comedy around the time he came out.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, I think he was out a little bit before that, because I started in like 2000.
He came out right before that. Yeah, he came
out right before that. And
he came out like 97, 98, right around there. Because Hook on the Boom, the Belly
so
sound.
By the time I started, he was in full-fledged, like, #1 rap type. Yeah. And I used to come out to his music, man. You know how you come out, you tell the DJ, like, yo, play this. I used to come out to Y'all Gonna Make Me Lose My Mind and all of that shit. But I always just like this energy and this grittiness. And even through that, he just was a hell of a performer, entertainer. And it was just something genuinely authentic about him that it resonated with me, right?
Yeah.
But like we talked about before, Sidekick, kind of already touched on it. The sad part is, when I heard he OD, and now with some discrepancy about that. They saying it could have been the vaccine or whatever. That we don't know if that's been founded yet. But I just thought I was happy that he got clean, because I started seeing him and it looked like he had gotten himself together. And it seemed like he was clean. You could tell when people because he had put on weight. You know how you get that I'm not getting high weight,
right? And
you fall in the face and shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Look who walking in. Oh, sorry, Larry.
Go ahead, Larry.
Yeah. Twan. He in the car, so he on the move.
Frozen.
So when I saw that, I was disheartened, because I'm like,
boy,
he's still fighting battle.
Hey,
love you, Ronnie.
What's
up, Juan?
Apple Mouth, boy.
Juan, get off of that goddamn sprint.
You dark skin. Hey, you can tell you really dark skin when you ain't got no lighting.
I was about to say,
all you see is teeth.
And you're not even that
dark skin right
now. Oh, is that Bill Duke?
That Bill
Duke, right?
You know you fucked up, right?
You know you fucked up, right?
Let me get out the
Twan, you at least have a flash or something, yo. Turn the interior light on.
This wall light, because I'm stuck.
God
I
damn.
love that nigga, man. I'm gonna wait. Twan, you still there? All right, he gonna wait. So this what I'll say. When I saw DMX, I ain't gonna say saw. When I heard the first album, his storytelling was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I instantly drew to the dude. I used to listen to the Omen when he was like the prayer or the convo, and then I just was like, yo, who is this dude? But then go a little further when he did the 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 song when he was on there. And I was like, who is that nigga? He had the gas mask on.
Right.
And I was like, Jesus Christ, who is he? Look at Twan. You on the stakeout? What are you doing? Why are you down there? Why are you down there?
You look like you in the same projects that
Hey, look,
that Denzel told
I got out the car.
Ethan
so
Hawke not to go to without him.
You know you dark.
You look like you on Cheetahs. You like you on the set.
Yeah, that's funny as
Don't
shit.
feel like
That's what
Oh,
it looked like, Grady.
What you
Sit right over there.
something.
We about to
Let me
creep
tell
over there and catch her ass.
Just when you know you a real comedian. Hey, look. I gotta keep checking behind me because I'm nervous. Look, I ain't got my pistol on me, but my badge at. This when you know you in the hood, yo. This sign on the wall says "Welcome to the hood."
That's what it say. What a sign at?
Yeah.
What a sign at?
Welcome to the hood is written on the wall.
Where the sign at?
Huh?
What a sign at?
The sign in the club. I'm outside right now. I want to come and holler at y'all for a minute because I can't stay on here long. Everybody in Texas got dark tinted windows. I'm nervous out here. I ain't got my pistol on.
They do.
Hey, Twan, you look like you in the back where they make deliveries. You're not in the front, you're in the back.
I think every drug dealer in Houston is this club tonight.
Well, like I said, man, when I seen
I ain't gonna be on here long. I just want to
go ahead.
I just want to say what's up to the people. Yo.
Go kill him, man.
You know what's up to the people, man.
All day long. Go and earn your money, man. You know, we here, brother.
Yeah,
you know, got our
do
prayer.
what I do. This thing right here.
What?
But I'm gonna say this before I go, man. That's what I mean when you gotta do real comedian type shit. When you gotta go inside a hood shit like this and rip this bitch apart, nigga, limb by limb. Get these people to business.
I didn't know you cursed though. When you start cursing?
And run the talk about it in this bitch and this club. Huh?
I didn't know you cursed.
I know I curse.
No, I didn't know you.
I know I do church comedy, but damn.
Hey, Grady and Sidekick, let me tell you something about Twan.
I want to hear.
Twan drove to Houston and he gonna go back tonight.
You driving back tonight, Twan?
That's the type of shit Twan do. He'll drive there and then go back the same fucking night.
What the hell?
Get out.
You do a comment the policeman ball.
I called him Leather instead of Larry. I said Leather. I said Leather. I mean Larry. Larry, you know, I didn't drive down to Houston. You know, nigga, I wanted to in the van, but the van, hell no, but you better fly. Oh, hell no. I'm not doing it.
Man, Twan to be 3-4 hours away and go back the same night. You be like, Twan, I got a room for you. You be like, just give me the room.
Yeah.
Just pay me what you was gonna pay for that.
That's what you be hustling. I love comedy.
Yeah.
I miss them days. Yeah. Well, Twan, go do your thing because you getting me nervous because you looking behind yourself.
Yeah. That's what kind of club I'm doing tonight. I got.
Well, you going to do that because you get me nervous.
Y'all be blessed. Y'all have a great show.
See you next week, family.
I'm at 4930 West Grace. If y'all don't look for me, I'm at 4930 West Grace in Houston, Texas. So they said what This might be my last words ever in life. Right
Man.
here.
Hey, Twan.
Shot 3.
Hey, Twan, I bet you when you go inside, they got
people
meatballs.
Yo,
they got the little buffet joint with the little meatballs and shit.
Did you get a turkey leg while you was down there? You go to Turkey Hut?
nigga, I guarantee you they got the best chicken wings ever in the world, or the Houston or the Texas, nigga. Shit, clubs like this got the best chicken wings you ever had in your life.
I swear to God, that boy love chicken. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Well, go and do your job, man. You know, we here so we can get to it because you keep stalling.
I know Twan, you know he in the hood because they ain't even got good reception or Wi-Fi, none of that shit.
None of that
Y'all
shit.
be
Love
blessed,
you, boy.
man.
Be careful, boy. Love you, boy.
They jam all that shit
None
in the
of
hood
that.
so niggas can't talk freely without the feds listening.
He look like
I
one of them
love
old
y'all
battle
now.
rappers that can't get on. So look, right? Let me tell you. So when I heard 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 by him, man, I was blown away. I was really blown away. I had then I got the first cassette, and then when the blackout, oh, flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood, oh my goodness. I was like, yo, that's kind of hard to do, right? Sidekick in the music industry. Somebody just asked somebody just in the comments said, yo, is music industry do they need drugs to be in the music industry?
It almost like it goes hand in hand because once you start and they're pulling you so many different ways, you're not sleeping, you're jumping up doing morning radio to promote, you're doing check sound check, you eat, maybe a nap, do the show, do that show, jumping on the bus or a plane to the next spot for about 3 or 4 hours to get back up to do morning radio. Then if you're doing coast to west coast, that's a throw off. And then in between that, you got TV shows like back then, back at that time, 106 at Park and MTV Live. And so then you
not to mention just hanging out after the show, the after party, the girls and
you got people paying you to come do
just to walk through a club and shit.
Yeah, exactly. So it's and then you have people, like I said, you have those people come around you because, like right now, let's say I'm that guy and I got you, Twan, Ballhead, and Brady around me.
Right.
And y'all my men's. But y'all do regular jobs. Y'all, you do. So I got y'all coming in at different times to be my man to watch it. But then some guy walk up with $1,500. It's $5,000. Just get me next to him. Y'all ain't see that kind of money. These are niggas with it.
No. You see that kind of money, but not legal money.
Not legal, right? Not just handed to you. So all I gotta do is get you next to my man. That's all. Just get me in the room.
Yeah.
And he's in the room and he got that mouth power and he knows how to. I run like a Trick who run Detroit. You know what I'm saying? If Trick wasn't the rapper, he runs Detroit. I got the lockdown on everything. Rolling me tonight. What you need? What's your favor?
Right.
Oh, I like, Hennessy. I like, light skinned bitch. I like white girls. I like this. I got you.
Yeah, Michael Sereno said money, power, respect got him. Here's what I want to say though.
That cycle. And then the next house, next city, you got that same guy coming up, and it's a movement. Yeah. And you start to see more money you ever seen in your life. And then you got real problem is not even your men's around you. The problem is your manager, your agent, who are these big time agent and manager now. All they trying to do is ride the fucking wave.
Right.
You gotta do this. We need you here. You gotta do it. They're trying to get that money as much as they can while that wave is going.
Right.
So
and the other thing is, if the drugs help you do that, then
there you go.
Why not? If it's the only time they really say something is if it's interfering.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is what I said. We talked about this before. Imagine having access to all your temptations.
There you go.
That's deep, Larry. You're right, Ronnie. That's deep, Ronnie. The crazy thing, I keep saying crazy thing. The good thing that I liked about DMX, he didn't give a SHIT. My mom over there, so I ain't gonna curse.
I was like, huh?
Yeah, he didn't give a.
I'm like, nigga, what's this? A gospel show? Like, what?
Oh, mom's in the building.
Yeah,
Mom's in the house.
Yeah,
I got you.
So when I seen it, when I saw him on the Hard Knock Life tour, when I got the backstage, and I saw how Method Man, Redman, Jay-Z, him, Ja Rule, they was all getting money. They was all in their 20s getting bread, right?
Major.
And so Dame Dash doing what he was doing, and even though Tata hooked up the battle between DMX and Jay-Z in the pool hall. Right. And then just to see him come to because people, they kind of counted on, but his energy was so big, and then Leo Cohen and everybody really just rocked out with dude. And then on top of that, just to see what Jay-Z did, him and Beyonce, as far as with the masters, they put up 10 million for the masters.
That's true.
So salute to Jay-Z and Beyonce for buying that man's masters, so him and his 17 kids could eat off for daddy. You know what I mean? That was big. That's big. Because I would say I would do that. Would you do that, Larry? If one of ours fell and you was like, look, if you at the top of the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's standard procedure. And if you're a billionaire, 10 million is like paying a parking ticket.
Right.
True.
Not minimizing.
I got you.
I'm not saying that, but it's something that if Jay-Z did that, a lot more people could do something like that. Like, it should be standard procedure.
Yeah.
And you should also encourage the rappers now to make that kind of move while they can. Not wait till they pass. Like, there should be some type of thing in place where it's like, yo, if you're doing music, make sure you own your masters.
True.
Figure out what you need to do it.
Illmatic 826 said that was nothing for them to do, but the gesture was dope.
Right, of course.
Salute.
Because even though it's nothing for them, not everybody could do it.
You're right, Ronnie. Talking power moves. You're absolutely right, Ronnie. And I think the great thing.
But the thing about that, Larry, what you're saying is you got to understand these are kids that's 16, 17, 50, rappers and young.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, we know what you're saying.
So you talk 15, 16, 17-year-old, like, let's say Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
You broke. All the thing they want to do is get on. They want to be seen. They're not even thinking money talk. They want to be that hot new thing.
True.
They want to see their numbers go up. It's a whole different category. Like, we wanted to hear the song on the radio.
Right.
So, Special Ed was like, when I heard it on Power, 9-5, when I heard it on, that's when I knew I was on. Their thing is, when TikTok is running my shit all day, when I'm only so to say go after your masters, you can't tell somebody who ain't never had no money when they dropping $1.5 million in your face to go negotiate for your masters. I'm trying to get out the hood.
Yeah, but I get that. But what I'm saying is, there are people who came before them, like a Jay-Z, like people who understand the business. Like Prince, actually, DMX is a recorded video of him. I think when he was on Drink Champs, and he said he met Prince, and Prince told him, do you own your masters? Prince sat him down when he was hot.
Yeah, true.
You understand what I'm saying?
True,
so
true.
I can see that being an issue back then, but it's no excuse now.
Mm-hmm.
Because how to, at some point you should understand how the game is played and start learning the rules and start trying to figure out how to build a legacy, because that's the beauty of music. You never know really how great a song is gonna be. Mm-hmm. And once it gets to that point, it's too late to try to get the masses. Then, you understand what I'm saying? Or it's more difficult.
And one thing
coming to you right now, Larry, saying, yo, They do research on you. They know what kind of money you worth. And they say, hey, I'll 5 times make you 5 times richer than you ever thought you would be. Your whole set is mine now.
Yeah.
You might not say cool. Right now, with you being where you are, you might be like, nah, I want my set.
Right.
Somebody, they go after who they go after for a reason. Don't understand it. They're not shooting for white boy who father is an attorney and mom. They going after. I'm going to the hood, like Laura Carr said. Laura Carr said, I went down to Yonkers at 2 a.m. by myself to go meet DMX.
True.
Right.
This man was a multi-millionaire at that time. So that lets you know right then and there, this is what we want. This is where we're going after. We're going after the motherfucker who's living on the street. And yo, flashes in front of you, so we can get what we want from you.
Well, I think the street thing was they wanted somebody to kind of bring things back to the hood, because they were, when I watched the documentary, they were kind of falling off.
Yeah.
So Cohen and Russell was kind of losing their grip on the rap game.
Yeah.
So they needed something to bring back that street credibility, and DMX was that for them. But here's the thing: we all have to make those decisions. We all have to start. Okay, I'm an artist, but at some point you got to start making business decisions.
Yeah.
True.
And you had to do that as a DJ. You like watching people dance. You like watching the crowd move. And what happens is people will take your passion and use that against you. I see it happen to young comics all the time. They just want to be on stage, and at some point you got to pull back. I say, I treat my talent like a pretty girl treat her pussy. Not everybody's getting it. And somebody's going to have to pay.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And so at some point you got to start making these decisions. I have people ask me to write for them. And my thing is, if I had anything good, I'm going to use it for my fucking self. I'm not giving it to you.
Okay.
I don't think I'm that prolific yet. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I'm still in the game and I'm still performing, why would I write something that I could use for myself and give it to somebody else? So that's the thing with the set part of it. But with the masters thing is, DMX had plenty of time to do that, and a lot of rappers, they get caught up in when they hot and they don't like I'm gonna give you a perfect example.
Oh,
Floyd Mayweather, right?
Okay.
Floyd Mayweather bought out his contract for $750,000. That sounds like a lot of money, but once he did that, he was able to do all his own shit. He removed the promoter, so he took a gamble on himself.
Yeah.
Same thing with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart cut Clear Channel and Live Nation and all the motherfuckers out, and he became his own everything. So that meant all the money went back to him.
Yeah,
92%.
So it's just a matter of, not everybody is built to make that kind of move.
But the question is, Kevin had to get to a certain level to turn around and be able to do that.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
You gotta know when
that's what I'm
to pull
saying.
your power.
DMX at some point was at that level.
Oh yeah. He was making 10 million per
He was the hottest dude in the game, and he was the most prolific. He put out 4 or 5 albums in a year. Like nobody was doing that shit.
Right. And he was making 10 million per movie.
And I mean, he wasn't putting out bullshit. Each album was hot.
Yeah.
What I liked about the whole situation with Jay-Z, because me being a comic and doing this, like my number one person that I would compete with is Lil Rel.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Lil Rel, it ain't like we hate each other. It's just when I see you, it's tension. DMX and Jay-Z always had tension.
Always.
But what Jay-Z did was like,
but it was a respect too, though. They had respect for each other.
Yeah, I mean, because he knew, like, here's the thing, like, without money, nobody would know who's the dopest. Yes?
Mm-hmm. True.
So without fame, you don't know who's dope. You would never know. Like, if Sidekick is going against DJ Fish Eyes, and Fish Eyes is dope, and Sidekick is dope, people gonna go with who's popular. They're not going at what's the talent that lies at, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for Jay-Z to say, you know what, I'm gonna do something because I've smartened up, I've got wise, and I removed personal and just said, me and this dude, I don't think they did like what, 1 or 2 songs, like a couple songs. I don't know the history as far as them being on
together.
Huh?
Group together.
Yeah. So
him, Ja Rule, and DMX. So they had a group called Murder. And then they made like 6 or 7 songs, but
they did.
They was on already.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
DMX was just getting on.
Mm-hmm.
Ja Rule was after them. So that kind of pulled them apart. But they got songs together.
But here's the thing though, just from cats being competitive, cats being like, yo, your ego jumps in. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's when Jay-Z said, you know what, this was a dude I really respected, because remember that's that era, like most dudes died as a soldier if he was a soldier. Mm-hmm. Everybody saluted him as a soldier. Like even when I watched Gangs of New York and Daniel Day-Lewis killed the white dude and was just like, yo, he's a soldier. Don't tarnish his body. Give him a proper burial. You know what I'm saying? And then now it's just like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like you, and I ain't never like you, but you really do. But your ego is in a way. So just to be like, I'm going to buy Little Rail's Masters so his son and daughter could eat. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's, you know, people don't do stuff like that. So even when my man Mike, I think I'm saying his name right, Sen Euro, I think is his name. Why don't comics do albums anymore? Well, I'll say this, because you can't get instant gratification behind it.
True.
So unless the cats that's doing these, that's setting up these, you know, album deals, you got to be able to sit. What I'm doing now, I'm sitting at the table. It's an 8 people, you know, 8-person table. You got to sit at the table and, you know, dictating what's going to be what, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going into marketing, what's going into promotion, who are we marketing to? This is my demographic. What are you guys coming into? You know what I'm saying? So going in, I think a lot of times cats just say, I got a comedy album and I'm putting it on iTunes. But if you're not promoting that you got a joint on iTunes, it falls on deaf ears. And plus, you don't get the instant gratification. I don't think so. What do you think, Larry?
Here's a couple things. First of all, it's a dying medium. Musicians barely make albums anymore. So if you can go right to Spotify, you can go right to iTunes, you can go right to Apple Music.
Yeah.
Even for something that you can listen to and people aren't doing albums, comedy excites all 5 senses. So people did albums back in the day because that was a good way to kind of cross over and have people that normally wouldn't see you, because you didn't have Def Jam, you didn't have Kings of Comedy, you know, you didn't have that other medium to really showcase comedy, especially blue comedy.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you was on TV, you couldn't curse. This was before cable and all of that shit.
True.
Now you can go on, you can do content and you can put it out and people can see your stand-up special. So why do an album? Plus, once you put that material out there, that material was kind of gone. You can't really use it that much because
it's already out there.
It's already out there. So people rather go to Netflix, they rather go to Epic, they rather go to any of the other streaming mediums where they can see you do your stand-up instead of just listen. So that's really why people don't do albums anymore, because it's a dying medium.
Shout out to Chrissy 600. What up, Chris?
So this is what I want to say, man. So since we're talking money, I just think that, you know, I know that the shift is coming. I won't be around when it actually do, because a lot of the bitter grudges, the beefs, the egos, and the, you know what I'm saying, the cliques and all that. It's like, we better than them, or I'm better than them, or I don't have this, I don't have that. And then those that do have their business in order, because you have a cat who has multiple levels of talent, but his business sucks. And then a cat who has his business in order, he not talented. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's always been that.
Well, what happens is it's kind of like being a distance runner and a sprinter. It's hard to find that combination in one person. Most of the guys I know who are best at business is because they weren't that talented, so they had to be that good at promoting. Somebody like you, Grady, you go do a show, people are like, oh my God, I want this guy. So they coming to you. You're in demand based off your charisma and your talent. But if you don't have that, then you almost gotta have that self-belief in yourself, and you gotta go extra hard at promoting because nobody's checking for you. And so that's why a lot of the guys who are good at business may not be the greatest talents, and the greatest talents don't really have to cultivate that business part because they're sought after, and they really focus on the artist part of it.
And I'll say this, the crazy thing.
Diamond.
What's up, Diamond?
Hey, Diamond.
I'll say this. Jay-Z had every door shut on him. So to see him win,
and a lot of that came from the fact that let's examine that, because that's a good point. Like if they had
Grady
been
better
just
mad
about
it. Man, God, I hate him, man.
So who's to say Jay-Z would be who he was if he would have heard a bunch of yeses?
Right. It took those no's.
Right. And the other piece of it, that him, Dame, and that clique, them guys had their own money.
Right.
They came in the game with their own money because of, their pharmaceutical exploits.
Yeah.
Right? So they didn't really have to ask nobody for shit. So if they went to a record label and the record label was like, nah, we ain't really fit. They was like, okay, we got our own Rock Nation jackets. We got our own fucking prayer. They had the money to put all their shit together and make the move themselves. And so they did it independently till they made so much noise, then the industry wanted a piece of them.
Y'all better stop laughing. I better own my asses with my beard.
Tyler Perry did his thing independently.
Yeah. True.
And he made such a noise for himself and made so much money. Then Hollywood came to him. Then he was able to do shit on his own terms.
Right.
Since we talking about
people love to give the chef a sandwich. Motherfuckers love to get rich people free shit. If you don't seem like you need shit, you're not thirsty, you're not begging nobody, and you doing fine. That's when people are more likely to offer you stuff or want to do something for you.
G, that's G. So since we talking about money, so did y'all hear about your man Sidekick's favorite R&B, Usher? he got, slam. Sidekick pull up in them pretty trucks.
Hey,
and the cars bumping Usher, right? He bumping Usher.
LA, so I'm kind of, both sides. I'm sorry. Chuck wanted to know.
So Shawty, I guess he got slammed for allegedly using fake money at the strip club in Vegas. So Sidekick, since it's your favorite artist, how do you feel about, your man, Lil Raymond?
That shit is hilarious to me. Like, nigga, he got money. I mean, there's no doubt that this man got money. So for them to be jumping on it, I think it's just a social media, situation, because that shit is hilarious to me. Hilarious. I mean, what else do you do about it?
You know what I'm thinking? Why motherfuckers ain't do this before?
Right. Hey, Illmatic, you're right. Did you see what Illmatic said?
Yeah, I heard him. He said that's for promotion.
That he needs some kind of push. So
no. The residency in Vegas is coming.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So this is
in a couple of months.
This could be a play for the Vegas residency. You know what I'm saying? So, Larry, what you think, bro?
I mean, I'm not mad at him. Shit, I think that they're gonna do okay. I mean, like I said, I'm surprised that more people haven't done that shit. And who would really think that Usher would use counterfeit money? Because he got it. It's like when a lot of famous rich people wear fake jewelry and shit, right? You automatically assume it's real. They probably ain't realized that shit was fake till they went to the bank the next day and tried to deposit that shit. And then was like, yo,
I got $500 from Usher. Motherfucker, put my money in the bank.
And they was all 20s.
His face is on it.
Right.
Bitch, if you don't get the fuck up out of here with this goddamn thing.
With the quickness, who I want to curse for mama there.
Who got
Go ahead, Larry.
The $20 with Frederick Douglass on the shit? That shit funny, man. I feel bad for the strippers.
Like,
of course, that's how they make their money.
Somebody just said in the chat room that Usher, luckily them strippers ain't beat him up because they don't play about that bread. Let me tell you, Faison took me to Passions in Memphis. And the girl, she shook my hand. I shook her hand. I was like, oh, wow. This is when I learned stripper etiquette. So I shook her hand. I was like, oh, she's soft. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So Faison looking at me like, I'm going to be over there. Mm-hmm. So she's like, we going over here. So she sit down. I sit down. I'm just basically like, shit, what a deck of cards at? Like, I ain't going to do that with you. I just moved there. I don't know nothing about the etiquette. I'm looking at Faison like, enjoy yourself. He like, what you drinking? I'm like, water. You know what I mean? That type of stuff. And she straddled a little bit. I was like, whoa, back up. You messing my clothes up. Boom, boom. The light called it. I was like, back up. And then she go over to Faye like, yeah, that'll be a no. That'll be a no. And he was like, what you do? I was like, nothing. I tapped her on her thigh, like, get up. Because I had on all black and she sat down. I was like, okay. Ooh, that light hit residue. Tap her. Get up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we good, OG. And he was just like, you serious? I'm like, I'm not playing. I don't know how to act in clubs. Because I don't say I insult them, but I'm like, where your mom at? Do your mama know you out here? Like I usually try to talk to the strip.
Grady, back to the residue though. It was like some coochie residue on your pants and shit.
On your red tone.
Undertone.
That shit look like
undertone.
That shit look like when you put your, you know how you put your shirt on and you get the little deodorant ring
Right.
on it, right? You had like the dry pancake batter on.
Let me tell you what it was. I had on the express shirt that was all black. Larry, you know, I used to wear my scarves and my all black kufi. I just had on all black.
I used to have to take this nigga around and like get him bandanas and shit.
Yeah, like let's go over here. You know
and
what I
then
mean?
he went through the little kufi. I had to drive him around and get him kufis and shit. He wanted to wear
did. Yeah, I got to wear the kufi. So he straddled me. Right, it just talking like, you know, they playing a little music, and I'm like, okay, yeah. I'm looking at the bus because I can't look in the eyes. You know, you look goofy if you look in the eyes. This was 08. This was 08. So they weren't trying to build themselves then.
Right.
So she straddled, you know, Grady, and then the beard was huge. Then I had just got it blow dry and everything. So she looking. I usually don't let them touch the face. I'm like, hold up, watch your hand first. Pre-COVID, you know what I'm saying?
Right. You ain't want no residue in you.
I didn't want no residue. And then she kind of moved. She was moving, and then she was just on me, whatever. But I was like, oh, okay, I guess this is nice. But my thing was, fellas, I'm not looking her in the eye. So I'm looking right at her bust. Like, okay, them titties soft, you know, woo, woo. All right. Then she moved back, and I just popped her like, boop, get up, babe. Then I looked, the light hit, and I said, oh, you messed up my clothes. But I think it was like, you know, like sweat. It was like sweat and like oil dander.
Nigga.
So her oil, baby powder,
and
sweat dander mixed up. And it came like in the little.
That was discharge, great.
Don't do that, Larry.
If you would have took them pants to the lab, nigga, they'd have gave you about 14
Don't do that.
pills.
Hilarious.
And she had the other woman hands. You know, them woman hands, them hands is huge, right? She was just like, she was super nice. She went over there to face on like it'll be 100. And he was like, what you do? I was like, nothing. I ain't do nothing to her. So he was like, he just looked at me like he just folded, you know, you crinkle, you know, you just corner it. He just gave it to her like this. And then I just sat by him the whole time while he was up there, you know, getting this. I was like, yeah, I'm cheering him on, but I'm like, man, I can't wait to get up out of here because I'm not doing this. I didn't have it.
I'm like that too. I'm not a strip club guy.
Nah.
I like the pole though. But go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you. First of all, you gotta explain that when you say you like a pole. You can't just leave that there.
Pause. No homo.
You said you don't do pole dancers, man.
Okay, no, I'm saying you can't say I like a pole though, and then leave that sentence.
My son is looking at you talking like, what is he talking about? What is he talking
about? What up, nephew?
I'm trying to help you out, Grady.
Right.
He's looking at you.
You know, the motherfucker overhear that. I like the pole. When they hear the shit out of context.
Hey, first of all, let's get it out the way. Let's get it out the way.
Grady like
all that pause, all that's some East Coast mess.
Okay, look.
You don't say pause. I don't say none of that.
Right.
Shout out to Jay. Jay, don't get fired, Jay, trying to watch us. But shout out to Jay.
Grady, you do a whole bit about tomato balls.
Right. But you can't say balls.
Yeah,
I can't say balls because you already know. I ain't gotta say it, you know. But I look like childish if I say, yeah, man, we was playing with the ball, and they like, yo, pause. Like what? I'm grown. I don't say.
Yeah, that's
But
just ending on. I like the pole.
Yeah.
That's not what I said.
That's ill-advised, Grady. That's ill-advised. Okay, so listen. I'm not really the strip club dude because I just love to look at women. I think they're beautiful. And at some point I want to touch. I want to do more. And I'm not paying to do that shit.
All day.
Not gonna sit. And that's why even though you was like, I ain't do shit, right?
Right.
Whatever time she spent, she like, okay, nigga, that's $100.
True.
So that's what you're paying. You pay for her time. But because you're not a strip club, dude, you ain't understand that. I'm not paying $20 for a fucking Sprite. I'm not paying $20 for a bottle of water. I'm not paying no kind of money just to look at you, touch you on your ass, and then go home with a hard penis. I'm not doing that.
And I think what you should do as a man, if you got your girl. What's up, Thomas? Let me tell you what you should do. Take you and your girl there. and y'all make everybody at the club get mad. Like, look, we're not here for y'all.
Right.
Y'all here to spend money. Like, listen, old girl with the residue. You know what I'm saying? All of them got back in that room. They got residue. You know what I'm saying? I'm like the dude that's just like, hey, how you doing, sister? And I give them the meanest look in the world. Only thing I don't do is look them up and down. I just be like, how you doing? What up, G? I be calling them G and what up, mama? You know, blessings. I'm giving her everything good so she don't, you know, think that I'm with it. You know what I mean? I try to throw off, but
you can say all that shit, nigga. You in the strip club.
Right.
All that queen and sister and all that shit.
Black nigga. Queen. She like, nigga, where's the money? I used to DJ at a strip club.
Yeah. She like, nigga, is that a banana in your pocket or you just happy to see?
Now, I'm gonna tell y'all that we talking about it. The best strip club that I ever been in was Dreams in Houston. Jesus Christ. Oh my. Listen to me, fellas.
In Magic City?
Trash.
Whoa, okay.
Trash. I'm like, listen, you go to Houston, right? Get Tony Rock. Now, sidekick.
Okay, right there and there, that's enough right there. That's all,
Larry,
all you gotta say.
You get in the club, yeah. They giving us Ziploc bags of like singles. The Ziploc bag this big that you put steak and all that in. Frozen dressing that you're gonna freeze over next week.
The storage bags.
They give Rock like almost $2,000 of bread. Rock gives Grady a whole bag to himself. My dumb ass pass it. Face like, no, his road manager, sidekick, know what I'm talking about. Yeah. The white like, no, that's you. I'm like, how much is, you know, it's loud. I'm like, how much is this? You know, because you can't whisper in the club, but they turn the music down, everybody be yelling. So I said, how much is that? They was like, it's $300. I pulled out one brick and tucked the other two, right? I was in there looking like, what's the little boy, Kodak Black and them. I was in there like Black Youngster. I had mine in my pocket, and I just had just one brick that I was just paying out, and I don't have the etiquette. So I was up there actually handing it to the girl. You know, I was handing her the bread. Like, here you go, mama.
I know what you just saw, sidekick. That shit was funny. Go ahead, Grady.
Here you go. I'm giving it to her like this. Like, here you go, mom. Here you go. You know what I'm saying?
I'm laughing at this nigga handing out money like he
I don't have the etiquette. I didn't know what to do. I was like, man, that's somebody doing it. Don't throw the money at them.
His kids.
Yeah, I'm like,
he said that's somebody's daughter. Don't throw the money at them.
Don't throw the money at her. No, that's somebody's daughter. Here you go. Hey, sis, how you doing? And so, girl, look.
Somebody loves her.
So look, let me take my glasses off. And so we hear something go. That's Malaya. That's who Drake was crazy about.
Right.
You can hear that over Young Jeezy. It was like pop, pop. So the back door is like pop, pop. So we looking like, who is that? She come out with them eyes.
And that was her ass clapping.
You hear me? Everybody, all the goons in there was like, man, oh man, right? So everybody just zoom in them eyes that she got, and then everybody just start throwing their money. I was just like, I ain't know how to do it. The money, I'm throwing it. I didn't know it's a fan in it. It blow all back. I pick my money up. Dude was like, hey man, you can't pick the money up.
You do your shit in the ceiling fan. Money came back shredded up.
So like Tony Rock is doing what Sidekick doing. He is screaming. He's like, yo, get Grady, yo, get Grady, son. Grady, what you doing, yo? I'm like, yo, the money back on me. The money back. I'm pick my money up, man. They talked about me for about a month when we got back to LA. They talked about a month. They was like, yo, we got to take you back to the Dreams. And then the fried chicken that Twan talking about.
Oh, come on now. The food at strip clubs are fucking phenomenal.
Man, I ain't never ate that. Listen, so it was one, and then they had the girl they had a white chicken there on the pole. She was spinning around like a helicopter. Yo, I'm like, she beautiful. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I'm trying to make eye contact with her, but she ain't looking at me because I thought they were talking to her, and they look at you, and I'm like, hey, what up, mom? Not knowing this is all a game, you know?
Right. Yeah,
this is all a game.
Oh my God. Rotating on a pole, Grady. She not looking for conversation.
I didn't know, Larry. I didn't know. I didn't know. You know how they walk up to the base of the table or the pole section, and I'm just got my elbows. I'm like, dang.
Matter of fact, that's how the money blew back on your ass when the white girl was spinning around and shit. And you threw the money up in the air. She had created such a draft that the money flew back on your ass.
Larry, she threw the money up and she counted on the way up.
Yeah.
Nigga, take that $5 back.
see, Grady wants some inexperienced strippers, the kind that pick each dollar up. They pick the money up one at a time. They don't even
y'all showed how to treat a person. Y'all showed them how to treat a person.
And Larry, he's using those back house strippers, the ones you give them $5 and they dance for you.
Yeah. They got a C-section in their ass and shit.
Let me tell you, I didn't know what to do. I was in there like, and then they, I didn't know they had shifts. So this shift get busy, and then the other shift come out. So I was like, holy crap. So we got our wings, and I'm up here eating the wings, and we all with Tony, we all doing the. And I looked at the madam. She was better than the strippers, huh? Her name was Pocahontas. She had the two braids.
Yeah.
About, oh man. She was like, "You good?" And she had kind of like rub me, and I was like, I played off like, "Oh yeah, I'm good, mama." I played it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm good. Like, stop touching me up in here. You know what I'm saying? I might actually play and I ain't supposed to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And then they gonna be laughing because Rock was still laughing. He was like, "Throw some more money, yo." I was like, "I ain't got no more." He was like, "It's in your pocket." I was like, "That's going back to LA." He was killing me. He was
the first night strippers.
He was killing me.
Grady like the inexperienced strippers, the one that look like that.
I don't care.
Shit.
I don't look at Eddie.
Up,
There
Eddie?
go Eddie. Grady,
Eddie, where you been at, Eddie?
Yeah, Eddie came here late.
No, I'm not.
Dad doing all the jokes tonight.
What about you, Sidekick? You like strippers?
Yo, I used to work at one. I worked at two of them actually. Stars and Gardena and First King. And after you're there so long, it's like it almost fucks with your because if you're around for 8 hours a day or 6 hours a day, seeing ass and titties just walking around all day, it throws your so when your girl get next to for you, you like you gotta do something else. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you learn the tricks of the trade. You know what they
trick of the trade. I gotta know.
And pun intended when you say that.
Right. So you learn all the, and the ones who keep you the best, you keep the good music for them. And the ones who don't, you fuck them off with their music, and it's all a game.
I would have never thought about that. Like if a chick piss you off, you play something fucked up.
Oh,
like,
fucked up.
Oh, you had this bitch coming out to Barry Manilow and shit. I write the songs that made the world.
She's trying to strip to Best Friend by Brandy. I've been added to the end. You like, what the fuck is that?
Man, let me tell you.
Don't tip me again.
I'm gonna tell you.
Honestly, it's some great fucking money though. For a DJ, all got to chip out, and you make it was some quick, easy, fast.
I actually did
what you do?
It's an OG here, right?
Come on.
Real good brother, famous street cat. He owned a strip club and he wanted to try to change the image of the strip club. So they brought me in to start doing comedy, right?
Okay.
That nigga said, I hate when they cook fish in there because all the women start smelling
I was trying to. Hey, Baz was say he hate when they cook fish in the strip club. It make all the strippers look like.
Right, you don't know who's who, right? You're like, damn. Is that tilapia or
is that you?
Is that tilapia or Tawanda? Like,
somebody's catfishing in this bitch.
Is that Catania or catfish? Nigga? Which cat is it? So
Larry, sorry, go ahead, Larry.
He wanted me to kind of do comedy, right? And I was saying to myself, like, okay, I'm gonna do it, but I ain't believe him, first of all.
Okay.
So we came in, we started doing the comedy. It was cool at first. Then next thing I know, we doing comedy, and then chicks is naked on stage. So I'm like, that wasn't what we agreed to. You know what I mean? It was almost like he reverted back to what made him the most money. And you would think doing comedy in the strip club is a good idea, but it's not. Because once people get naked, they don't give a fuck about what you talking about.
Oh, hell no.
So jokes and ass and titties don't go together.
Not go together.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. I just said for my 50th birthday, I'm gonna go there by myself and I'm just gonna watch. I'm gonna go to about 3 of them. And I'm gonna go early.
But you got if you sitting in there, they gonna make you pay though, Grady.
No, I'm just gonna eat. Can I eat that?
Yeah, you can eat, but that's you gonna pay.
There's $60 to go eat.
Right, you're gonna pay $60 for a cheeseburger.
Well, it's my 50th birthday. How come I can't? I can chill that day. I don't want to. You know, I just want to be like, hey, you want some fries? You know, I'm very giving.
I'm just saying, you can't be sitting in that bitch taking up space. You're gonna have to pay some money.
Right.
Yeah, well, I'll go in there and be like, here, this one I got my birthday. Here's a note.
That's another thing. Like I was friends with a rapper. This is my man Mully Man, right?
Okay.
Mully Man is from Baltimore. He's based in Atlanta now. So we would do a comedy show, and his girl at the time, she was a jazz singer named Lady D. She was a beast too, right? Nice girl, can sing, rap, had a lot of stage presence, just a star. So after the show, I would go with Mully Man and his boys, and they would go to the strip clubs for them to play his music in the strip club.
Oh,
right. So he would give them like, you know, a mixtape or whatever, and you in there and they on your ass quick.
No.
Like,
Jeezy came up that way. It's a gang of Atlanta niggas. That's how they came up. Majesty was the spot.
You right.
Yeah,
she said you got a tip, Grady, or they putting your black ass up.
Right.
With your wing.
You know,
I always tip.
A nigga sidekick side's gonna be tapping you on the shoulder like, man. Right. He gonna be, what the fuck is you doing? You know what I mean? You gonna have to explain to him why you just sitting there.
I'm just gonna be like, look, man, I gave 100. Can I go give the girls the money? I don't care. You know,
right.
Listen, I don't want every girl dancing. Can I go choose? I want it to be like Rush Hour when they got the massage parlor. Like, I don't want her dancing. Let me get her dancing. Let me get the one with the pretty eyes. Let me get the one that didn't eat all her fingernails. Let me get her. You know what I'm saying? Let me go pick.
See, Grady, this is the thing you gotta understand about the strip club.
What?
Just because you can afford to come in there, that don't mean you can afford to stay.
There, right? Hey, Tasha, you be at the strip clubs?
Tasha, no, that's the best food is around.
What
you
sound
doing?
like they about to hook up and go to a strip club. They know more about the strip club than anybody.
Right, truly.
Man, you know what? You're right. Somebody said stay club etiquette, Grady. I am. I swear to God, I am. I come in. What's that, Kish?
Yeah, strip club etiquette.
Yeah, strip club etiquette, Grady. I got it. I know how to do it. I know what to do now. Because at first that was 08. Now I know what to do. I'm probably like first name with everybody. What's up, child? What up, Chauncey? What's up? Look, Eddie, come on, some Grady. You want to go to the what? Where I want to go, Eddie? Where do I want to go, Eddie? Because Eddie is always dissing me right now. The Spearmint Rhino. Never. No strip club. Trash.
That sounds like a day club. The Spearmint Rhino.
Like in bikinis and like, no, get out of here. You aggravating my flow.
Grady want to smell some cocoa butter.
I do. If you gonna do that, you gonna do it. What you talking? You know what I'm saying? So listen, man. Since we talking about money, right? The Black Lives Matter founder purchased a $1.4 million crib. Larry, go ahead, bro.
He purchased 4 homes.
4 homes, but I'm saying.
But the one in Malibu was 1.4. There you go.
Larry.
I'm just hearing about this story, not just today, but just a couple of days ago. And I think this is why Tamir Rice's mom was speaking out against Black Lives Matter and some of the advocates. And a lot of people was like, well, damn, why would she do that? Because they were understanding that this group, Black Lives Matter, has been raised. First of all, before I go into that, has anybody ever listened to that mission statement? Have you ever read it?
I read it.
If you read the mission statement, a lot of this shit they talking about don't line up with what our values are.
At all.
It's a real kind of sneaky hidden agenda. But of course, as a black man in this type of climate, you really don't want to speak out against Black Lives Matter because that's kind of a statement that most of us can all agree on. But when you read the mission statement, it's a whole lot of shit in there that with just don't add up to.
The bi-genders, the everybody genders, it ain't got nothing to do with,
Yeah, I get it. It's like it's really odd when you read the mission statement, and it's counterintuitive to the black agenda, really.
Yes.
It's very counterproductive and counterintuitive. So that being said, just hearing that, this is no surprise to me. And it's kind of like when Viacom bought BET.
Thank you,
so
Eddie.
Viacom was the parent company, even though you had a black channel. So of course, are they really going to show you shit that's really in your best interest?
Right.
True.
So that's the thing with a lot of our organizations. We allow them to be circumvented. And this is something that's an old playbook from J. Edgar Hoover from the FBI. Yep. He would infiltrate all of these black paramilitary organizations, all these black militant organizations with black agents, but they had a white supremacist agenda. And so this is what happens a lot of times. Like, you think the Jews, you think we are sitting on their board of directors and we get to dictate and tell them who the fuck they could talk to?
We park the cars.
Right. But with our organizations, because we always want to be so fucking inclusive, we allow people to come in and they can disravel your shit from the inside out. So we got to stop doing that, man. And so this is not a surprise to me. It's a shame because this is going to make it harder for the next group that really may have a great agenda or really be sincere. So now we that's why we don't trust each other. We always looking at each other side eye because of shit like this.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah. People try to get investment groups, right? Which is a great idea, but because we don't trust each other, it's kind of hard to do. Remember when everybody was doing the what was the shit where you put up a certain amount of money?
Right.
You bring somebody right. I've ever seen in life. Right. People was making money, but then at some point people would get paid and then get out.
Yep. Right. Because you got to like if 10 of us, then this sidekick turn to get his bread.
Right, right. And then when sidekick get his money, he take his money and haul ass, and then you to unravel the fucking foundation.
Trash, yo.
And so now I'm sitting around like, well, damn, it's my turn to get watered. What the fuck? Like, it's always this type of bullshit when it comes to us, man.
Yeah.
And it's just sad because we really need unity more than any fucking thing.
But I don't think a lot
of our problems could be fixed if we really were unified. But because if you're supposed to be doing Black Lives Matter, why wouldn't this money go into the families?
Right.
Or for defense funds to go against lawyers, or for political action to do lobbying and political PACs. That's how white people move. They buy politicians. I've been saying this since we've been on the podcast. You take that money and buy politicians, which change legislation, which will change the fucking way law enforcement does business. You don't go and buy houses with the fucking money. That's not political power.
No.
That's nigga shit. That's nigga shit.
Yeah. 4 of them. Like, the fuck?
Go ahead, sidekick. I'm gonna say mine after you. Go ahead.
I mean, I'll piggyback off of what Larry said. It's the exact same thing. It's almost like we can never get ahead because we are our worst enemies as a race. But now on the other side of that, I mean, how we came over here and how we got taken from our culture and, you know, everything. We're with what we have, we're doing great. You know what I'm saying? With what we were giving and where we come from, we're doing great. But yo, it's crazy. Like, wow, you went and bought 4 fucking homes, like,
and then go ahead. I'm gonna wait. Go ahead.
And you do this with the factor of this is something that's supposed to protect your kids, your grandkids, your great grandkids. We're supposed to be doing this movement for the next generation and generation farther. But you, like you said, greediness, that you know.
Thank you, Illmatic.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, though. It's definitely an attack on black manhood and the family.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll say this.
That's what I thought you about. I'm sorry, the omission. What you was talking about? That's what I thought you was talking about because it's really an anti-black man type of a.
Yeah, but it's even more toward than that. So I didn't want to just get that specific thing out. Right. But that's why I said it's counterintuitive. And it's counterproductive if you read the mission statement. It's a lot of shit in there that the average black person that supports Black Lives Matter don't know about.
Right.
Well, I'll say this. I'll support it when we really matter. Black Lives Matter when we really matter. You know what I'm saying? So when the sister, like, who gonna go knock on her door and be like, hey, come in. put this house back on the market. Get that bread back. Let's go back to all your houses because you done lied. You almost set this up like what do niggas hide their money? What them what they call them doggone
offshore accounts and shit.
Offshore, it's a word they use. It's a word they use. The grants. I forgot the oh my goodness. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Where they
I hear you, Eddie. That's true. That's true.
What is I gotta get it. Wait, what is it?
And Eddie raised a good point too, because I'm gonna say this for clarification.
Go ahead.
Even though it was the co-founder, it was still an official inside the organization that blew the whistle on her. So you can't really say the whole organization is doing that shit.
True.
But I will say this: they still going by their fucking mission statement though.
All day.
That mission statement kind of just unravels everything.
I thought Black Lives Matter was going to be about, you know, everybody raising that bread for legal defense. That's it. I didn't care about that's all I wanted to see. I didn't care nothing about. I'm with you, Tasha. I've always side-eyed BLM. I've always done that. You know, it's supposed to be for legal defense, and then we go to the legislators like, no, we finna buy that politician, we finna buy that senator, we finna buy this alderman. You're gonna be talking about our issues in that community, in that city, whoever is black and was wrongly done, just like the brother that was, he was an actual dude that was serving for the military, and he still went viral on like just asking like, yo, I outrank you because I'm dealing with real warfare. You're not. You know, it's like if you like I always said this, for you to be a police officer in my eyes, you got to go deal with, you have to first of all be really trained. Like people over in Norway and Germany and other countries, their training is 3 years. Larry used to be in Germany, so you know I'm not to be a police officer in Germany. Your training is 3 years. So these cats here, 26 weeks. You know what I mean? And they out of there. You know, they on the street. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, 8 weeks or something, like not 26, but like 8 weeks. You do your tests and, you know, your physical and all that type of stuff. So when it came down to the bread, I was just like, okay, this is for legal defenses. Because it came with Trayvon Martin, it came with Mike Brown. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like all this was going to benefit those families that lost a loved one. But then people, you know how, and it's not a color thing, it's a money thing. You know, when you look at it like, hey man, shoot, we got 1.4 tuck right here, and let's do this. What do they call them, y'all? What's that? It's an organization. It's oh my goodness.
LLCs.
It's another one where it's around. They center it around grants. I'm thinking for
nonprofit.
Love You.
Yeah,
that's what. That's what BLM is a nonprofit.
Right.
That's what I think it is.
That's
it's
the biggest scam.
Biggest way to nonprofit. Yep. Salute to you, James. I wish I had the you know what I'm saying? So I just, you know, it's trash because when you even say something like that, because it's sisters that started, yes?
Yeah.
The BLM, the sisters that started, yeah.
Yeah.
So when I did
it, you know,
when I read it, when Zoe showed it to me, he's like, this ain't got shit to do with us. This ain't got nothing to do with us. And I was like, well, let me see. And Zoe, one of them dudes, is like, yo, he's gonna itemize everything. He's gonna go line for line and, you know, word for word. And then it was just like, it had nothing to do with black men.
No,
it had nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? So some people was like, well, it's just for the statement. Black Lives Matter. Well, then if that was the case, why are the police officers still doing what they doing in these cities, and how come the Black Lives Matter isn't going in and say like, hey, go get the officer, go get him, and then go get him over here, then go get him, and go get, you know what I'm saying? So it's been up for, look, my man Illmatic say nonprofit equal, don't worry about what I'm doing.
And that's the other thing. A lot of times,
exactly.
People who are disenfranchised, part of that disenfranchisement is the fact that they don't have money to even the playing field. So if you raise that kind of money to offset that, and that's what the fuck you do with it,
yeah,
come on.
Hey, Eddie said it was the two black women were the face. The white man is the one who funded it.
Right. Same thing with a lot of these feminist movements. You got to be careful about this feminist movement too, because a lot of that feminist shit is counterproductive towards the black man, telling the woman you don't need a man, you don't need, and we need each other. So we can't, and see, a lot of times these things come from white women, right? And they'll push that off to black women, telling you don't need man and you don't need a man. And then they go home to the same white man that's disenfranchising us all.
Right.
So Illmatic said George Soros founded BLM.
George Soros. Okay.
Soros.
Yeah,
With
he's a left-leaning, kind of like, you know, you got right-wing people.
Yeah.
The left-wing advocates and people who do things behind the scenes.
Man, he got his money back out of it, and time, he got his money, time, whatever else he wanted on top of that.
Right.
So
I believe George Soros is a billionaire.
Got to be. Got to. Here's another one. Since we're talking about rallying, y'all heard that the White Lives Matter rally flopped. You hear me? You know what I mean? I was proud of that. It to me, it's like, why are you even talking? You already have privilege on your side. You already have 400 years of a head start. Why are you even talking about it? You know what I'm saying? Why are you? So the words emancipation don't apply to me like they apply to you.
Right.
Freedom doesn't apply to me like it applies to you. Just being a human being. See, we still in the Bill of Rights 3/5. That's still there to this day. It's still there. What you think about it, Larry? The White Lives.
Here's what I say to the white people who felt the need to have a White Lives Matter, because basically they saw what we did and they always try to have equality, right?
Okay.
When it's not equal. So if you want to be just like us, go get shot unarmed in the street at the same rate that we are, and then have a White Lives Matter rally. You can't have one without the other.
Right.
So if you want to say, well, if they can do it, we can do it too. Then get shot unarmed in the street like we do, and then that kind of would legitimize your rap.
Get profiled just because.
The thing is, everything is not about y'all, and I'm talking to white people who feel the need to do something like that, right?
Grady shaved his beard like that little baby.
And it's like they always try to act like they don't see what's happening.
Never.
Yeah.
They have a rhyme and reason.
You really got a group of white people who had convinced themselves that they're being disenfranchised. That's how Donald Trump was able to come into power and do the things that he did, because he spoke to that. He spoke to the white person who felt like, I'm not getting a job, I'm not doing this. The Mexicans coming in, they giving away everything to the black people and the brown people. And it's like, yo, you're a waste of fucking white supremacy. Do you know how hard your forefathers worked to see that you had the best shot more than anybody, and that's all you could do with it? Like when I see white homeless people, I get upset because I'm like, yo, you're a fucking waste of racism.
You do? Like, nigga, you got a gold card at all times.
Right.
All day.
This is the best you can do with your racism, is be a fucking bum. Come on.
That's true.
I'm not giving you no goddamn money when the whole world was geared to benefit you
around you.
Right.
Yes.
Fuck you that you homeless.
Boom. What you think, Kit?
Yo, the whole situation is, like I said, Larry said exactly. It's kind of like a damn if you do, damn if you don't. It's so many tricks and trades. It's so many, like you said, snakes in the grass. It's so many, see what my left hand doing, don't look at my right hand. It's so much shit that you just like. And then on top of it, when money start coming to point, especially major money.
True.
Money corrupt goes hand in hand. At some point in time, it's gonna. Yeah, homeless people is homeless by choice. White people, it goes hand in hand. So it's almost like how do we get better at taking care of us as a race? How do we get better of not like how we used to have the black banks in the black cities? We need to figure out how to take care of us and not worry about what nobody else is fucking doing.
and also be unapologetic about it.
Exactly. Don't give a fuck. Like
One of the worst things that happened to us was to me was integration.
Okay.
And part of that was because before we had integration, we had to look out for
take
each
care
other.
of us. Right.
Airbnb was invented by Black people because we couldn't go to hotels when people
That is
traveled
true.
through the South,
Right.
That
and
is true.
they had to, some Black person had to put them up in their house and give them breakfast the next morning. A lot of the musicians and people who was touring,
They call it
they
the
had
chili.
to, right, they had to go to somebody. So we came up with Airbnb as a result of that. And our neighborhoods, our money stayed in our neighborhood, which is how you build economic power.
Right.
True.
The minute integration happened, we ran to the same people who said they ain't fucking want us in their establishments.
And gave them
Don't
money.
drink at our water fountains. You can't use the bathroom. And we gave them all our fucking money, and then our money left our neighborhoods.
Exactly.
Salute, Diamond. Diamond
So for
said
everything that white people had, we had an equivalent. If you had a Macy's, you had a Black equivalent. If you had a Hilton, you had a Black equivalent. And so once they saw that, I don't even think they did the shit out of some moral obligation to be fair. It was like, we not getting the money out these niggas.
Right. We missing
And
money.
then not only were we keeping our money in our community, we were establishing like what they call Black Wall Street and the shit that happened in Oklahoma. And they would sit up there and blow the shit up because they saw our economic power. And this is after slavery. We were already disenfranchised. We already had laws and rules and regulations to keep us down, and we still thrived. And so the best thing to do was
how the men used to dress behind our men dressing them. You went to a tailor. You had this, like you said, everything was so ingrown, and we wasn't missing a beat. They wanted to come get that money.
I love how you speaking, Mr. Lancaster. You right, sidekick. Go ahead, G.
You know what I'm saying? They had to come see why we wasn't really tripping off of them.
Right. But we always seeking approval from somebody else, and that's our downfall. We always went, and that's the other thing. You look at
we're very forgiving.
You look at other groups; they stay focused on what their agenda is. They don't try to mix their shit with ours, thinking it's strength in numbers.
But they good at taking the light off of us and putting it back onto them. That's what they're great at.
The Asians, they stick with each other.
Always.
You don't hear Asians come out collectively talking about Black Lives Matter, or when a Black person unarmed gets shot in the street. You don't hear them say shit about that. But we all on Stop Asian Hate. Now, let me say this, because I don't want to talk. I'm always for humanity. Anytime people, come out and say something done to another person is wrong, you can't really argue with that. But where's that shit when we need it?
Right.
We left out the drop. Even the LGBTQ community, they don't come out collectively as a unit and say we stand behind this. They don't do it. They mind their fucking business. When it's an issue that affects them and their lifestyle, then they collectively speak to it. But they don't mix apples and oranges. And we got to stop doing that shit.
And stop being apologetic for who we are.
We got to stop trying to mix everybody into our shit. Even a lot of the Hispanic and Latino community, a lot of them don't acknowledge their Blackness. A lot of them don't really fuck with us like that, but we all on the immigration shit.
So that's a good point, and I'm glad you said that. So living in LA, and I never seen, because it ain't like that in Chicago. When I seen niggas go crazy for Taco Tuesday, Cinco de Mayo, I'm in Inglewood, and I'm like, you got to be shitting me. Because it don't go down here like that in Chicago.
Niggas got on green for St. Patrick's Day and shit.
Right, now
they don't celebrate Juneteenth though. They don't know shit about Juneteenth.
Now here's the crazy, they don't know about Juneteenth, but here's the thing. I said it to my neighbors. They was like, yo, man, you know, we got cerveza for Cinco de Mayo. I said, well, what happens when Black History Month comes? Y'all not eating fried chicken. You're not eating dressing. You're not eating collard greens. So you tell that the niggas, he was like, well, I like tacos anyway, man. They tacos good, but they don't eat your food. They don't eat our food. So how do you feel then? What do y'all say about that? Because I don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo. I don't care about Taco Tuesday. I'd rather throw the taco across the street and hope a bird catch it. You know, one of them hawks.
For me, and here's the problem, that I make money off of those nights because of what I do. But I don't celebrate it. I'm not getting up in the morning putting on all green because
no, but you going to work. That's different.
Yeah,
That's you going to work.
I'm going to work, but it doesn't change my Taco Tuesday. Don't do nothing for me. You know what I mean? Cinco de Mayo is a holiday. It's your holiday. I respect that, but like you said, respect ours. But we don't really have a holiday.
Mm-hmm.
So that goes back to, again, like you said, we're too forgiving and we're too busy trying to accept everybody else's instead of saying, great for y'all, but I'm fucking with this.
True.
We're trying to adapt to everybody else. We'll adapt this and adapt that. Like you said, the Asian culture. You just see none of them, those big coming out for Black Lives Matter. You just see none of them just stand up saying, hey, that's wrong by humanity.
Right.
Like
as the Asian community, we stand with you guys.
Exactly. No, but you see us out there like, jumping in and trying to rally for every fucking body else, and it never does nothing good for us.
They never gonna ride with us, sidekick.
Never.
Nobody's gonna ride.
Bottom of the list. We always get the crumbs so it's almost like a point of like saying, fuck them. Like I kind of understand Malcolm X more now that I saying Martin Luther King.
That's because every other race or immigrant has been able to come into this country and by second and third generation been able to assimilate. And so we haven't been able to do that because we're not immigrants. We were stolen people.
Salute, Ronnie. Yeah.
So once you understand that aspect of it, we ain't come over here do fucking the Statue of Liberty and all that bullshit.
Right.
We were taken. And so other people are able to celebrate their heritage because they still remember it and they know it and they keep it alive. We as a people were basically taught not to celebrate our heritage. It was ripped out of us. We were told to forget it. And so that's why a lot of times we don't know what the fuck to celebrate. Now, let me say this. I don't have a problem with celebrating and respecting and acknowledging other cultures. I think that's a great thing. But also, you can't do that until you do it for yourself. See, that's the problem. There's nothing wrong with celebrating Cinco de Mayo or St. Patrick's Day and all that shit. But when you don't celebrate your own history or you don't study your own history and you don't know your own history, you look like a fucking idiot.
True.
Hey, did you hear about, real quick, Manhattan Beach used to be called Bruce Beach. It was owned by Black people.
Really?
And the city stole it from them, kicked them off of their land. They built it. They put Manhattan Beach right over here out in South Bay, right on the beach, right next to Redondo Beach, right next to Palos Verdes, which is upscale.
Okay.
Well, they're finally saying, now I don't know if it's going to get done yet or not, but they're finally getting the property back to the descent family and change the name back, and they're going to basically lease the property back from them. But it's crazy how this is what's been going on, and look how long it took. This is back in the 1800s. Look how long it took for them to acknowledge that, we did fucked up by them, and we need to respect and honor what the fuck is going on here.
Mm-hmm. And then people understand when we talk about reparations, like everybody else got the Indians got the casinos,
all of them.
The Jewish community got reparations, So, and I mean, it's like I think the bill will be so fucking high.
They'll bankrupt this place.
And I don't even know if that's what they're afraid of. It's just that if we've done this well without nothing, imagine what we would do without something. What we would do with something.
They're afraid of what.
Right.
If it was an equal playing field,
right,
we will murder them. And they're afraid of that. They know it.
It's a long time.
Right.
I just look at it like this, fellas. I mean, I know y'all peaceful brothers. I'm peaceful too, but sometimes you have to just be like, this is me being unapologetic.
Right.
I can't care about yours because I know you don't care about mine. And then once I see that you care about mine, then I can say, okay, cool, let's celebrate that. Right? Because me living in a damn near a white neighborhood, they speak to me, but then
Brady, you live in a white neighborhood. It ain't it ain't sorta, it's not on the verge, you're not on the line. You're nowhere near niggas, okay? You got about a good 10 to 15 mile radius to get next to niggas. So
that is true.
I just want to get that.
True.
So, Brady, let me find out you the motherfucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air out there and shit.
His is worse, Larry.
Talking all that militant shit.
Hey,
nigga.
Larry, he's right off the beach. He is the beach.
This nigga doing the Zoom from the Starbucks and shit.
Sitting here looking at the water waves come in.
Hey man, listen here, fellas. I'm just saying we
Trader Joe ass nigga.
Well, I honestly go to Whole Foods. I don't
walking with his feet out in sandals.
Yeah.
Hey.
With the cargo shorts that's not iron and shit.
Larry.
But he keep a Chicago hat on to go and let you know where he's from.
Yeah. Right, just to let a motherfucker know.
Not a Chicago hat, an alpha male hat. I'll keep that on.
Okay.
Yeah, I keep that on. And they still be looking like, what's that? I'm like, I don't know. Don't worry about it. I just keep going. You know what I mean? But I'm saying when we in these communities, yeah, and these neighborhoods, it's funny. Like they be like, oh, Grady's cool. And then when I brought my sons, and I would just wait, I would just sit on the porch and watch them talk or look at my children like, who is these other ones? So everybody have their picks when they come down to black men. Oh, Larry's cool, but they're like, well, who's this guy? I was like, that's Larry's son. Oh, but they was already sizing him up if he come down the street. Or if you guys come over, I bring the tour to the crib, and I don't come outside like they with me. I just sit there and wait. I'll watch y'all in the window and just see how they be like, well, who's these people? Who's these cats? You know what I'm saying? So I always think of that. Everybody do that in their neighborhood except us, but we do it to each other.
Hey, we
do it to each other. So we pull up in the Benz, yo, own that. Who do? Go get that nigga. Who is he? You know what I'm saying? But when they come through, we give them a pass. Like, oh, what's up, man? Oh, you good, man? Anybody gonna bother you? You know what I'm saying? So I just, I'm not really with all the stuff I say is gonna be tough. I just it's tough to because I care a little bit different than everybody else. It's like without violence, without instilling fear, without saying, hey,
violence. You got to use fear. You got to use both of those.
But people would say that's emotion. I'm saying, no. But that is an emotion though. If I get mad, that's an emotion, right? If I'm afraid of something, that's an emotion, right? So you got to be like, well, we have to always play defense.
But this the other thing, Grady.
We never come in. We do play. If you come in on offense, everybody look at you like, hey, why are you so abrasive? Why are you so this? Like, no, I'm doing it so you'll know. Because you think that I don't exist. That's the problem. And me and you both have probably the same blood type. Me and you have the same organs in my body, just like you have in yours. So don't sit up and give me this bullshit. I can't curse because mom over there. Give me the bullshit. For no reason. You know what I'm saying? I just, I'm going to have something totally different. I'm going to have something.
You hear he said, if he invite me and you over there, understand, me and Grady been walking, what, 10 years now?
2 years.
That nigga been in my house, been out to my birthday party. Nigga know my grandmama, my mama, kiss my nephews. I ain't never been to settle my That nigga said, I'm lying.
Hey, sidekick. I've been to Grady house. I've never been in Grady.
That nigga said, stay in the car.
Yeah, nigga, wait right here. I'll be right back. All right, okay.
You had to hurry to go to the show, man. We had to go to the show.
Larry,
I felt like we was about to do a bank robbery and shit. This nigga left the car running and shit. Like,
I did too. I was like, So look,
what bad thing, Larry? If you got in the car,
right? We pulled up to the crib. Grady was like, leave the engine running, and pulled the mask down and went in the house. And shit. All right, what the fuck is going on? Who wear a mask to their house, nigga? He don't even.
Oh, that's y'all some low individuals. So Daunte Wright
on Wilshire and Beverly.
Chrissy, they playing Chrissy. Don't listen to them, Chrissy. They just
Chrissy, we gotta tell you the truth. Man, it's
cold. Listen. So Daunte Wright, another one in Minnesota, man.
Mm-hmm.
Another one in Minnesota, man.
That's some bullshit, right?
So wait a minute. So are you supposed to use an emotion there?
Hell fucking yeah.
Grady, let me stop you real quick, Grady.
Go ahead, Larry.
Defending yourself against armed aggression is not emotion.
Chrissy, for all that.
You see what I'm saying?
You
That
stop
ain't always a
instigating.
response because you mad. That's a logical fucking response. That's not even about emotion. That's not always being. If I slap you and you hit me back, what I'm gonna say? Oh, Grady was in his feelings. Like, get the fuck out of here.
No. I was just saying if I'm talking of if I'm seeing inequality about someone else's son. Remember, all of us are parents.
Point blank, Grady. The shit was fucking foul. The nigga knew what the fuck he was doing. He knew he wasn't grabbing his taser. He knew what the fuck he was grabbing. He knew what he was doing. It was already he already had it in his mind. Fuck them. Yes, in your emotions, your feelings, it should be all that. Because that is my race. That is my people. That could be your son. That could be my son. That could be Larry's son. That could be anybody we know. So yeah, fuck that. All in your emotions.
So
I've never heard him
how are
curse
these
in
mistakes
the 2
never
years I've
made
been
with
knowing
mass
that.
murderers?
I've never heard him curse.
You heard me, Grady?
Go ahead, say it again, big bro.
How are these mistakes never made with mass murderers?
Never.
They always seem to be apprehended peacefully and arrested.
But then
Walk
somebody
out.
would say that I'm mean because I'm saying, all right, well, he can't enjoy a vacation. He can't enjoy going to the Masonic Hall where they do bids. He can't enjoy going to the Temples of Doom or whatever they go do. They whatever they do to get away from the world or whatever. He can't enjoy it. But then they were like, Grady, I'm promoting hate. I'm promoting violence. Like, no.
And this the other thing too.
You're promoting
when you always got to hear about the cops saying all cops aren't bad, and I agree with that. But my thing
all is bad if they know they man doing something like, hey, come here, man, get out of here.
Let me finish, Grady. My thing is, until y'all start speaking out as a unit about this shit, the same way y'all expect Muslims to do when a Muslim goes in somewhere and blow up some shit, and then the other Muslims got to come out and say, we denounce that. That's not true Islam. Y'all need to have the same fucking responsibility. Stop telling us all cops are bad while you motherfuckers are silent, while you watching the bad cops do this shit and you say nothing. Now, I worked in law enforcement. I understand that, you're putting yourself on the line, but at some point you got to separate your fucking self. Because what's going to happen is it's going to adversely affect you too, because people are not going to sit still for so long.
Right.
So you got to decide which side you on. You got to decide this shit ain't about blue. This is about right and fucking wrong.
Period.
The same way black people know when somebody had it coming when they get shot. They know when the motherfuckers supposed to get shot, whether they black or white.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? We like, nah, yo, I can't Black Lives Matter that shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We understand and we know when we see shit and we know what's fair and what's not fair. Can't keep shooting unarmed people, yo. And then say, well, first of all, let me take that back, because a lot of times to these police officers, your skin is a weapon. Your presence means you're armed. So they don't, even though they don't see a gun or they don't see a knife, just the fact that you're black and you're there makes you a fucking threat. And that's really what white supremacy is about. When you understand white supremacy works like this. In order for me to exist, you have to go. And the military, police department, all that shit, they're nothing but arms that are used for force to support white supremacy. And even if you're involved in it, like I was a military guy, and once I started realizing that, I had to remove myself from that shit.
Oh, wow.
You understand? Once I became conscious and realized, like, yo, this shit ain't about democracy. This ain't about stopping the spread of this and of that. That's the propaganda. You're really used as bullies to go and take whatever the fucking 1% to 2% wants. That's what they use the military for.
That's what the military's for. Exactly.
Damn, that's a good one, Larry. I'm proud of you for saying it, brother.
That makes so much fucking sense.
And the same thing with the cops. If you look at the DNA of the police force, that shit came after slavery to keep niggas in line. So like that's the DNA.
Yeah, the slave catchers turned into the cops.
Right. That's the DNA of the police. All they gotta do is look at these motherfuckers' Facebook pages.
All of them.
And see the shit that they do and say. They know who the racists are. They know who the people are that don't like black people. It ain't that fucking hard to figure out. I'm gonna tell you something. When you apply for these law enforcement jobs, they fine-tooth comb your ass. And
True.
they make sure that you don't have no outstanding bills, that you don't have bad credit, because they want to make sure that you're not susceptible to bribes. And you mean to tell me you can go through all that trouble to make sure a motherfucker is not going to be bribed, but you can't go through all the trouble to make sure he's not a fucking racist? Come on, man.
Beautiful.
They do psychological tests on you. They make you take polygraphs. They can weed this shit out if they wanted to.
Well, Larry Lancaster has spoken. So, Larry, do you have anything that you're gonna promote, brother?
Is that time? Wow. Damn, we've been on here for 2 hours, man.
Get busy, man. Get busy, brother.
I was like, this gonna be dry as shit without bald head.
We can hold our own. What you mean?
Bald head. Yeah.
You don't lose the edible thing. You don't need him. You know what I mean? He gotta do what he's doing.
Hey, we need all of us. This is all family.
Yeah, this all family.
And bald head. It's always
hey, Sean, be more extra.
Okay.
Good to see you yesterday. Real
got,
quick. Of course, the radio show. WEAA.org for the people who are outside the Baltimore metropolitan area. You can go to WEA.org and listen remotely. I'm telling you, it's the best show on radio. Listen, let me say this. Radio is a dying medium. So when you ask people to listen to radio, you got to give them something that's worth them not listening to Spotify, not listening to Pandora and all the other choices you have.
Okay.
And so also, I make sure that I'm not doing what typical black radio does, which is bullshit. I play the stuff that we grew up on. I put things in a certain order, and it's a certain vibe that's set. And we not only entertain, we educate and inform on the show. It's a great show. It's worth 2 hours. Just tune in from 10 to 12 noon every Saturday, and I guarantee you'll love it.
Sidekick.
Throwback Saturday.
Go ahead. My bad. Throwback Saturday, Larry.
Larry
Throwback Saturday.
With Mike Nice. That's my DJ, my man, too.
Mike Nice. I bet.
Yo, first thing I want to say to everybody in the comment section, thank y'all for coming and rocking with us. Thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for putting y'all words in. Y'all keep this funny. Y'all keep this fresh. Eddie, you're fucking crazy. Love all of y'all. This week, Wind Me Down Kick, Wednesday. What is Saturday? Wednesday, 8 p.m. We got Ty Davis, female comedian.
Oh, y'all got Ty Davis?
Yeah.
That's
Baltimore.
That's my little sister from Baltimore.
Yeah,
Baltimore.
Hustling that.
Yeah, she's funny as shit. Good peoples.
Yeah, she took over Clubhouse and made it up. Man,
they call it the Oprah of Clubhouse.
Yeah, they call it the Oprah of Clubhouse, exactly. And first impressions at 7 p.m. Friday, French Quarters. I'm about to say French Connection. I keep wanting to drink. French Quarters down in Bellflower. If you in LA, come through. Free to get in. Go on at 11. And then Chocolate Sunday virtual show. Hey, Chocolate Sunday should be back in a couple of weeks. So, pray to God that
pray to God that they open up.
I missed that. I missed the audience and the Ray coming up behind me. What up? Piece of shit. Just missed that kind of thing.
Right. Hey, Grady, real quick before you say something. I got gigs this weekend, but I really wanted to steer people to the radio show, so I really just wanted to put that information out there.
Smart, Larry. That's very smart. A lot of people don't know that. That's real promotion. Smart.
On everything, IG, everything. Your favorite DJ's favorite DJ. Come, Gil, let's rock. Talk to me. I talk back. Yo, Grady, when is the tour gonna come back? Let's go. We're ready now.
All right, so I'll just tell everybody, thank y'all for rocking with us tonight on Alpha Male Mondays. The tour is right now. We have a few tentative dates. This month we have one in May. We have one in June. So I'm trying to get it out there, as well as want to bring everybody on Alpha Nation at the theater. Bring the cats into LA. We do it, and then we turn over the next day and do an actual show. I'm still working that out with the Miracle. We got to do it in LA, Chicago, Baltimore's on the list, Dallas, Detroit. So still working it. Cash App for the hat. I did see a couple people did hit the Cash App with the joints with the new orders. Cash App. What is it? $Ray Grady 9. at Grady Comedy, Instagram, Twitter, Red Grady, Facebook. Yeah, so stay tuned. Alpha Nation, subscribe to my YouTube channel every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Salute, hit the what else? I want to make sure. Subscribe to my email.
Everything.
Subscribe to my email.
Like, tell a friend.
Share, subscribe, comment, good or bad. It don't matter.
Yeah, the chat room is real active.
We about to go. We about to go. We about to go.
This nigga here.
We about to go, man. You done already bomb.
Ballhead, where you at, son?
Ballhead.
He doing a pageant.
Oh, you at a wedding? Oh, that's funny as shit. That nigga say he doing a pageant.
He doing a pageant. That's what he doing. Hey, Sam, what up? Now, what is he doing?
That's Marlon right there.
Yeah, that's Marlon. That's Mike Stamp right there.
No, Marlon right there.
Take the mute button off.
Yeah, we doing the show, man. So we couldn't be on the podcast. But shout out to all the motherfucking Alpha Nation people. And hey, guess what though? This is what I want to show y'all. I got to show y'all. And we on our way to the hospital now, man.
Marlon Mitchell
was wearing his ass out. He looking for some cocaine now.
Hey, I was about to say, Ballhead, wait till he's 50 to be a dope fiend.
Hey, man, next week we gonna be that, man. You know what I'm saying? We had to shout out some love, ain't interrupted. Much love, Alpha Nation, baby.
Hey, my man.
I'll be there Monday. I got my new computer, baby. I'll be there, baby. Hey, he's shooting off my phone. Whatever. Hey, this nigga trying to sell his body in Chicago for the I got him, though. I got him.
Y'all brother be good, man. Love y'all, boy.
You hear Ballhead say, I got him, though.
Yeah, you heard him. He got the animals. He done took all his clothes off. All right, y'all.
Real quick, Grady.
What?
For the people who are talking about my glasses, listen, I got real chinky eyes. I'm not sleepy. I have piercing eyes. I would have to look like this for the motherfuckers not to look sleepy. So that's why I put the glasses on. I ain't feel like putting the glasses on. So this is what you get, these motherfuckers right here.
Man, I love that nigga, man. Right? Yo, we'll see y'all next week.
All right, love y'all niggas, man.
Love, man.
Be safe. Out.